Hey, good morning. This is just a quick check-in. I'm just checking the mic, making sure the sound is good and not too loud. Yes, good morning. It's good. Just checking in before we get going for the day. I just wanted to make a quick comment relating to everything that's happening in the UK. There's a lot of focus on the United Kingdom, and I've just got food for thought. If we have to take what's happening in Europe with the takeover of the Islamic movement and the changing of religion, um, this is a clear strategy to change the belief system of those societies. If you take what's happening in France, what's happening in Spain, and what's happening in the UK, from an Israel perspective and from a world perspective, and even from the West, we need to be aware of all of this, because that's a new religion that's going to, or is being proposed to, the free world. And with that, um, everything is going to change on how the countries are governed. And this puts a high risk on Israel itself, because as soon as these countries, which are the leading countries within the free world, okay, as soon as they become Islamic Muslim countries, then the target is going to go back to Israel. Because remember, all of this and what is happening in the West, the trigger was October 7th, is just to change the world's understanding of religion in the context of the world. So we need to keep our eye on it. This is backed from the right from the top level. So if you think about how the culture needs to be protected in the UK context, the king or the monarch is called to protect. It actually says the Christian faith, but now it's been replaced or made room for the Muslim faith as well. And um, so that's definitely under threat. But what does that mean from an Israel point of view? It means that if these countries allow the religion to change, okay, it's to save those that are in power, okay? So this will just prove and show us that the religion that was presented being Christianity was implemented by a conquering nation, which was the Roman Empire, and it was taken from um, the Jewish roots and revelations, okay, and it was presented as truth. But if this can be changed, then it then delegitimizes Christianity, because the elites and all of those would have been in power from the Roman Empire. If we track it into just how Europe was formed, and if we look at all the elite and the families and all of that, they would have had the knowledge. And all the knowledge is sitting obviously in the Vatican as well. And if they can change or allow a different belief system to infiltrate the society, that means that they'll do it for their own countries, but then they're going to start obviously moving back to the Middle East. Target will be Israel, because Israel holds the revelation from the Jewish people, which is based on the Hebrew Bible, and that will be the next, let's call it the target. So um, in my estimation, the UK is going to change. You can just see it. The writing's been on the wall for a while, and because it's got as far as what it has, you can pretty much predict what's going to happen. If you just look what's happened in France, and obviously if we go down to Spain, where Spain was the last Islamic country that was taken by the Christian movement from the Ottoman Empire. So the belief system within the Islamic movement is, if a country was Muslim once, it always is Muslim, and it needs to come back under the Muslim Islamic rule. So that's my thoughts. The UK, we just need to keep our eye on that and just make sure that we understand what the repercussions is from a wider geopolitical standpoint as well. And Israel just needs to be aware that there are clear motivations for this to take place, to protect the ruling class and the elites on how they rule and manage their societies. And that's my thoughts for today. Be encouraged, so like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we will chat to you soon. Cheers.